All right, so this is a great example of the undereducation and misguided sheep-like and slave mentality way of thinking that I'm trying to fight against and dispel. All right. One of my commenters said, "Well, the police don't feel comfortable because they're being filmed, and they don't know if the person has a gun or not." That's very true. We civilians, we are. First of all, we're in America. This is a free country, and people are allowed to have guns and should have guns. It's not the police's business if you have a gun or another guy has a gun or not. It's not their business until and unless this person does something threatening with a gun. Our founding fathers understood this very well, and they protected against it. Now, in modernity, they have slowly, step by step, encroached upon people's rights, little by little, until we find ourselves here, where we find ourselves, in a time where people are just so scared of guns. If I see a gun, some of the cowards that I see on these police departments, gun! Who out there remembers the cop that blasted his own cruiser full of holes, killing... No, I think he's severely injured. I'm not sure if he killed him. I don't know if the guy died. But severely injuring and peppering the guy he had in custody sitting in the backseat of his car, blasted him full of holes because an acorn dropped and hit the roof of his car. Do you guys remember that? The same law that gives police the right to open carry their guns is the same law that gives us the right to open carry our guns. You understand? There's no special law for the police. The police walk around carrying guns by virtue of the same law that we, the citizens, carry our guns. Okay? We purposefully avail ourselves of the benefits and protections of the laws of the United States and of the several states in the same manner that the municipalities do when they certify their police officers and give them authority to carry their guns. The difference is the police somehow have this mindset that they're the only ones who are supposed to have guns because they're special. And anybody else who has a gun must be a bad guy. And we need to do something about that way of thinking because it gets a lot of people hurt. It gets people arrested and charged with crimes that they never committed. It gets people killed. Cops are not special. They're not special under the law at all. They have no special rights to carry guns that the citizens do not have as well. They carry their guns by availing themselves of the same law that allows you to carry a gun. That is a fact. It's the truth. It's the law. And I don't care who agrees with it or whose feelings it hurts. We in America have the right to carry guns, to arm ourselves, to protect ourselves from tyrannical government. It's not a right that was given to us by the Constitution. The Constitution in the Second Amendment codified a pre-existing right. Men have always had the right to arm themselves and defend themselves against tyranny. And whether that's the tyranny of one single attacker trying to rob them or the tyranny of their own government trying to overrun them. Men have always had this right. They're born with this right. And there's only a few exceptions and ways in which a man can lose that right, i.e., committing a crime, going to prison, so forth and so on. But until then, men have an innate right that is recognized by the Second Amendment, not given by the Second Amendment. So I don't feel comfortable because I don't know if he has a gun This comes out of the mouths of a lot of ignorant cops and civilians alike, but it's disgustingly and repulsively incorrect, unlawful, illegal, and un-American. You've got to start thinking. Not everybody is a friggin' criminal, and that's the problem. A lot of people are sick of the way police treat everyone as a criminal until they can somehow convince themselves otherwise, which they don't do. You don't owe anybody an explanation when you're a free people. You don't have to walk around explaining yourself and explaining your intent. And that's the American way. And that's the American way of thinking and of living. It's the American way of life. And I, for one, am going to stand up for it until the day that I die. Hopefully, I've taught my sons to do the same. Because if the country changes from that fundamental American value system and becomes North Korea, people are going to regret it. I'll just leave it at that. I don't feel comfortable. It's not a legal remedy. Doesn't give a cop a right to violate somebody's rights. I don't know if he had a gun. You're not supposed to. It's not your friggin' business. Peace, love, everything good. Always forward. Stay dangerous.